So if you're anything like me, you're probably a bit too lazy to take out a physical key and open your front door. I've been a smart lock user for probably the last year or so. I used level lock. I like using my iPhone. I like using my iWatch to unlock my front door and walk in. It's just magic. Love it. But that one's got up there. It's pretty expensive to integrate with HomeKit. It's about $300. So we're starting to see a couple of other manufacturers out there enter the market for smart locks and do some of the same magic. In particular, we found a company called Abode that's coming into the market around $160. Maybe not with all the bells and whistles, but it is an interesting entry. So let me bring up the website, and Dave, I will ask you to go ahead and talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. So we found this article on The Verge, and the main thing that kind of jumped out to me was the price point was $160. And I've never really worked with anything with the Bode. I know they have a security system and stuff, but I've never used them. The one big key feature on this one that I think, sorry, no pun intended on that, is this is for retrofits. So if you've got existing deadbolts in your house and you don't want to have to go through and rekey everything, this is a retrofit onto your existing lock system. So what you do is you take the essentially the back piece of it, put it over your existing deadbolt. It's got a motor, it's got a battery, and just like most of the other, it looks kind of the same way as most of the others. But then it also has a Bluetooth keypad that you put outside with a fingerprint reader. So it's pretty neat in that in regards. But here's some of the things that I don't know, kind of worry me about it a little bit. It does 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, so people who have both in their house will work. I know there's some appliances out there, and pieces like this that do not even do 5 gigahertz. They're still using 2.4 gigahertz transponders in them and receivers. So that's just kind of weird to me. The one thing I think that kind of sets this apart too is it's got a 4,000 milliamp rechargeable lithium-ion battery in it. That's a decent battery. They're saying you're probably going to get 12 months of average use on this. I like it for the fact that I can put it pretty much anywhere on any, say if I own multiple properties, I could put this and I don't have to rekey my homes, and I give people digital access to my house on that. It's compared to a few other locks out there like the August. One of the big things I don't like about it though is that brick at the back of it that goes on the inside of your door is freaking huge. I mean, aesthetically it's okay because there's actually better locks out there that look, excuse me, not better locks, better looking locks out there because you have one of those as well. But I don't know. I think this is going to come in and interest a lot of people. But there's a couple other things, Brian, I think you wanted to hit on that could be, I won't say a showstopper, but could change how you look at this product.
Yeah, there are two things. So one in particular, I think again, I agree with you on the size. It's big. The one I have from Level actually is part of the deadbolt itself. If you were to look at my door, you wouldn't even know it's a smart lock. So that's kind of cool. Nothing. The other part of that I worry about with this one here is that out of the gate, it does work with Google Home. It does work with Alexa, but they're ignoring HomeKit and they're more importantly ignoring Matter, which is starting to become the ubiquitous standard for
Yeah.
smart home connectivity. So, I'm not sure. Maybe that's a software upgrade down the road. I sure hope it is. I mean, at the price point though, for $160, I can't, really belabor that one. So, if you're looking for an entry level one at $160 still, I mean, it's money, nothing, but it's not $300. Now, if you want for that $300, you're going to get a lock that looks like a normal lock, not a 6-inch hunking piece of plastic off the back,
Yeah.
nothing. And you're going to get, interoperability with, more than just, Alexa, nothing. So, give that a thought. Nothing. I do like the lithium ion battery. The one I have for Level probably lasts me about 6 months. Nothing. And that one is just a small battery that you actually take out of the barrel of the lock, so you can't even see it. It's kind of cool. But I would love to have it a little bit more longevity. The keypad on the front, that one I'm not so sure about as far as how this is powered. It could just be AA batteries for all I know. It could be
Yeah.
something you charge. I'm not sure. That's something I'm sure we could dig into if we really wanted to, but I don't think that's a showstopper by any means. So yeah, it's a nice entry level lock if you're looking to get into smart homes. You don't want to take out your key and fumble around with it. The other piece of it that's kind of cool too for smart locks is that most of them, in this one I believe you can do up to 10. You can do additional codes for family members or
Yeah.
even ones that are more temporary. You have a babysitter or something like that, somebody who's going to walk the dog. They can be temporary, and you can destroy the code after the fact if you want to resecure the house. So kind of cool. I think it's definitely something to take a look at.
Yeah, the one thing that's interesting, and I've got to dig more into it, is they Abode has a security system and an Abode plan starting at $6.99 a month. It says unlock features such as the ability to automatically lock or unlock your door using geolocation, which a lot of the smart locks have nowadays anyway. It also said it can work with Abode's Q automations to automatically disarm your security system when you unlock the door, a useful feature. That's interesting. There's a few home security systems that are out there that work with some of the, I think it's called Schlage locks and so forth. So I think tying it to security, I think it's a big step up. But I still think they need to get this working with Matter, HomeKit, and a few other devices. What that's going to do to the price, I don't know. But at 160 bucks just for a lock, that's not bad. I don't think it's a bad deal.
Yeah, if maybe at some point we'll pick one of these up, give it a shot, unbox it, run through it, see how it does last, and then again, if you buy one, throw it in the comments. We'd love to hear about it, knowing what your experience is with it, and kind of continue the conversation.
Yep. Thanks everybody.
Thanks all.